Good morning, and yes, it is corn planting day. I planted this corn a few days ago. Just been really busy, haven't been putting the videos out like I normally would, but anyways, this is for you to enjoy. My mother-in-law even came out to the field, and she showed me how they planted corn in the Philippines. Kind of interesting. I wish I had a little more of the footage, but the camera wasn't rolling until Teresa grabbed it. Today's the day. Today is the day that we're going to plant corn. We're going to plant this morning. I just got to get everything out of the way, get the things set up and ready to go to the field. I did have a couple hydraulic hoses that I was going to change. I just don't have the time today. Let's just pray they don't explode. I mean, they're not terrible. They're not terrible, but they're, well, like these here, I thought these were something I needed to change, but I don't. But yeah, no, I think we're going to be alright. There was one small one in here. Be nice if I knew what that went to. But yeah, anyway, yeah, so today's the day. I think beep should be louder than that. But I'm headed down the road, or at least out the driveway with this thing. It is wide. Like, really freaking wide. So we'll see how we make out going through town with that bad boy. Or that tree. You gotta watch the trees. Trees and mailboxes, beware. We're okay. And this is one thing that I'm not gonna allow the boys to take down the road. For the simple reason, it's wide. Anyway, that being said, I should probably get my hands on the wheel, right? Hands on the wheel. Soil temperature has to be correct. So we're just checking our seed here. I've seen guys dig it. But I'm not into the dig it mode. My seed firmers are working. I just want to, and I can't find my, I guess they sent it back last year when they sent the seed back. But there it is, guys. 2 inches. 2 inches. There's the seed. 2 inches. Spacing should be 5 and a, where the hell is that thing? Yeah. We'll check the spacing when I see one. It won't be accurate because I lifted the planter. I'll have to dig that up. But we do have seed all the way across the board. My computer's getting ready to work. I'm going to set the AB line. And what I'm going to do is I got to go to the other end. And when I come back down here, well, I'm going to have to adjust it up there. So I got my tape measure. If you want to drive up to the other end and wait for me up there, that'd be fine. Okay, seed planting 101. Let's get this thing going. I'm going to call this the 45-year-old planter rides again. Maybe not, I don't know. You know, I didn't think I had gloves to handle that stuff. It's only talcum powder and ammonium nitrate and manganese and phosphate. I got gloves. Anyway, I've got my computer set. I'm setting the AB line. I'm going to drop that down. I don't have a GoPro. I'm going to go ahead and hit my 4-mile-an-hour mark. Let's see what I want to do. There it is. Row cleaners are doing exactly what they're supposed to do, and that is to just move stuff slightly out of the way. I'm not getting right up close to the fence line. I probably should. My first experience with a 12-row corn planter. Probably the widest corn planter I've ever had experience with. It definitely is. I've never ran anything more than a 4-row corn planter. But the soil is correct. Got it? The soil's correct. Now those are Martin row seed cleaners, really for trash. I don't even really have them down for anything. There is no trash here. And corn is going in the ground. Hopefully I have a nice straight row, because the next row that I do when I come back, it is going to be I'm still making adjustments to my my GPS here. I don't have the wings for this. I'm at 4.1 miles an hour. That's about where I want to be. I'm going to go to 4.5 here in a little bit, as long as everything's working. I can see things turning over there and doing their thing. So yeah, I do have a little bit of no-till I'm going to do way over there. You can see Joseph, he's running the roller. I see dust flying, so we're in it. We're in it to win it this year. Corn planting. Awesome. I'm happy. Oh, now I'm getting a little bit too far over there. See that? I don't have an adaptive curve setup. I'm on AB line. Now, as long as my closing wheels are good, the next line is what's going to make or break me. It's going to be ugly or clean. Who knows? We'll set it up. I don't have the fancy stuff. I don't have the fancy stuff. You know, that monitor there, that's a 500, a Trimble 500 under the case clothing. I bought that back in 2007 or 2008. I don't think it was 2000. It might have been 2009, but I'm doubting that. It's 2007 or 2008. So, well, it looks good though. But this is my, this is how fast I would go with a 4-row corn planter. 4.5 miles an hour. And we're planting, so we're golden. We're golden. Yeah, that row unit's doing its thing. Cool. And I do have water in those 2 tanks. That's my ballast. I need ballast. I don't think that the corn planter was heavy enough empty, and I'm not putting in a pop-up fertilizer in the row. I've got all my nitrogen. Everything that I need to grow this crop is already on here, including the 5 tons of compost to the acre. So if this crop is a failure, it's because of weather. I mean, I've done everything I possibly could, including gypsum, to make the nutrients work better. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Now, anyway, I'm hoping that everything is where I want it. And I'm going to go ahead and set my B line when I get down here. And I will stop at the end of the row because I don't want to waste seed. And that's how I'm going to do this job. So let me finish this up here. And we'll see. I actually like working with this planter. Okay, B line is set. Coming up. The water's a little dripping. I'll make my corner. Okay. There's 100 acres here, and it's going to be wide on that one. Guarantee it's going to be wide on that one. So this is where the rubber meets the road. Have I done it correctly? Have I measured it correctly? I won't know until I get into the green area here. And we're going to go ahead and drop that line. And I think we're good. I think we're going to be good. Let me move it over. I'm a foot off. There it is. I'm like 9 inches off. Let's see what it looks like. It looks wide. I don't know. It looks wide. Could be wide because of whatever. Now let me keep my line straight as I possibly can. hopefully they'll be correct. I don't have the finger pincher and I don't have this thing hooked up to the auto steer on the tractor, but I don't know. It's going to be wide. We'll see. This is my test on this thing until I figure out what I've got. When I figure out what I got going on. Until I get it straight. Once you get the road straight, it should be easy, but that's going to be my view. I can't even look back for a while. Yeah, I got to turn towards the red. I don't think it's going to be alright. I don't want to be too wide because that'll just let the deer come down those rows. Deer are inherently lazy animals. Yeah. I think this is how I'm going to be. I'll be alright. Yeah, I'll be alright. One every time
There is one. They just dropped one.
as they come out. And then it drops it down the seed tube. Okay? And when it comes out the tube, it drops onto the ground. Now, these discs here, these round discs here, they cut a slot in the soil. That opens it up. And then that comes down the tube and sets it. And this is called a firmer. So what that does...
That's the one that digs?
No, that presses the seed firm against the soil.
Okay.
So it has good soil contact. And it's at the bottom of the slot. Very important to get it 2 inches deep, 2 to 2.5 inches deep. And then this just pinches the slot closed. And that's the end of that.
Yeah.
And that's that. So you get, that puts it in 2 inches deep. And they're spaced about 5 1/4. 29, almost 30 feet. 29.9 feet wide.
Yeah, she was saying something about the Philippines when they plant corn, they walk like this or something,
Yeah,
and then
she was saying
they
that
go.
you do this. Like that.
Yeah.
And then what do? You just come back and just do that. Oh, that's interesting. I'd like to see that in person. Well, I think that'll pop back in when it's ready.
You want to take her for a ride?
If she can get in this one.
Kaya mo makit sa traktor? Hindi mo kaya makit dyan?
Then I got a satellite that is keeping me straight. So
Oh yeah, you got the
I got GPS.
GPS.
GPS like in the car. That's why the roads, they just got a little wiggle to them, but that'll keep me 30 inches apart. So I'm always, because these are 30-inch rows, they're 5 1/4, 5.5 inches apart, and as straight as I can possibly make them.
That's cool.
And it's working. What's crazy is
it?
this thing's almost as old as me, if not as old as me. It's one of the early ones, and I think they started making these in '74, so these are pretty old. And I just rebuilt it, and it's working like a champ. Actually, I'm pretty happy with the way it's working.
Well, money word spent.
12,000. I got about 1,000 a row by the time it was done.
Yeah.
New one, $250,000 easy.
This is $250,000.
Well, yeah, the new version of it. It wouldn't be this, but yeah,
Jesus.
it'd be different. Yeah.
Too expensive.
Too expensive. Yeah, you got to grow a lot of corn. Yeah, got to grow a lot of corn. But no, it's working good.
So you got this done. You didn't have the other one done, have you?
That one is the only one I got done, and I'm starting here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna work my way up. I gotta, I got a lot to do today. But
Gotta eat your lunches in the car.
I'm gonna eat my lunch. All right, so there's my GPS unit. I'm what am I at? 4.3, 4.4 miles an hour according to that thing. Keeping it between the. Keeping it close. I don't have, like I said, I don't have it hooked up to the tractor. I don't know if I can hook the Trimble unit up to the John Deere. I don't know if it's possible. Maybe it is. Who knows? I know I've got a little helper with me today. Yeah, what do you think, Will? He's got this. When he's interested in something, he sticks his bottom lip out, and it's just too damn cute. But he's in his socks. He's in his. It's all good. And we're just trying to get this work done, baby. So I'll just shut up and point that back there. Hopefully I got 30-inch spacings. It should look pretty okay. I don't know, you know. I haven't planted corn in 5 years, so I'm ecstatic. I'll tell you what, I didn't think that I would miss something as much as I do. And it's just a lot of work to do corn, believe it or not. Getting it in the ground, you know, is probably the easy part. The hard part's going to be harvesting, drying, and marketing, and selling, and moving, and all that other fun stuff. But at least I'm not alone in my plight. You look down across the field, there's another tractor over there. Now, William's not seeing it yet, but that is Timmy Cornpecker. And he's on the phone. He's down there talking on the phone. He runs an open station 4430 with a 5-bottom, I think it's an 18-inch John Deere 2700 plow. And he just started making a few passes there. I am off my line. What is wrong with me, Leslie Bandy? Let me see, now I got overlap. And I'll stop at the end and make my turn. At least he's leaving a grass strip. Some people do not do that, and then it washes all the shit, which isn't good. But alright, get on the line here, and then I'm going to drop it right about there. And we're off. It's in the ground. Everything seems to be functioning. Now I'm just going to go out across this field again. So what I need is a GoPro stuck onto that corn planter, and I don't have one. I don't have one with me, let's put it that way. But my spacing is pretty good. Martin row cleaners are doing their job. Yep. There's nothing to clean. If you see this field is nice and level and clean, you can thank my son Joseph. He has done a bang-up job. Had him out here. He's still out here. He's down there on those fields way over there with the 14-foot roller harrow. That is old school farming at its best. But like I've said in the past or in other videos, that actually I really like the job the roller harrow does. For a couple of reasons, and maybe some people don't understand that. When it flattens everything out, smashes down rocks, and it makes a nice level surface for the herbicide to lay on. And if you have clods and things like that where the herbicide can't actually get around and work on, that's where you're going to have weeds come up. So smashing it down with a roller harrow, leveling it out like this, you get nice good herbicide coverage. My father always says you've got a razor blade thin barrier, and if you spray your herbicide before you plant, you break that barrier and you have weeds come up in the rows. And if you have clods and things like that, it does the same. That's why when we were no-till farming, we always had super clean fields, because they were smooth. There was no clods and bumps and things like that to really screw stuff up. But when you're doing tillage like we have done, I think the roller harrow really did a nice job. Right, William? Yeah, you're just a curious young man. He really is. He's looking around like, Dad, I've never done this dusty job before. What the heck? It's always got green, not brown. What the hell's going on here? He's my guy. But I got 100 acres to get in the ground today. I will get it in there. I got over 100 acres to get in the ground today. Timothy's working more ground, so I'm hoping I get this done. Yeah, 4.5 miles an hour, breakneck speed, but I don't know. Slow and steady wins the race, maybe? Who knows? I'm the first one to get corn in the ground in this area, so it doesn't matter how slow I'm going, I'm ahead of everybody else. So there you go. In my area, not up north, and definitely not south, but in this particular county, or not area, township and area, yeah, I'm the first. So here we go. There's my wife. She's waiting for Mr. William. She's like, he's not going to sit still in there, you're going to want him out of there. I don't think so. William is just a very patient young man, and he just loves to be out in the tractor. Well, that's what you got to have. Timothy would not sit like that ever. Timothy was not a patient little boy. He wanted to pull on steering wheels and drive me absolutely nuts. But anyway, P says this has to be the coolest double silo he has ever seen. Well, it really is. It's actually terracotta silos, and there is a single silo unloader up in the top of that thing. So when you empty one silo, you jack it back up, and then there's a trellis system that goes across the top, and then you start the second silo. My grandfather always put in high moisture corn into those silos that I can remember. That's all I ever saw him do. Cob meal, actually. He had a corn picker, a new idea, and he had a hammer or a grinder blower, and they would just pull the wagons up, run them into there, and instantly, instead of running, we had a grinder mixer we would run, and run the ear corn through the grinder mixer and up into the silo, but he had a grinder blower. Joe Adank, $2 corn, you won't break even. No shit, Sherlock. That's why that isn't the only crop I'm going to pull off of this corn. Go back and watch a couple more videos. Lawn Boy 391, are you doing a straw job in North Carolina this year? Yes, we are. Bill McAlpine, that's a neat name, McAlpine. Hey Wes, have you tried Duracore? No, I don't even know what it is. You can explain it to me later. Paul C., just wondering if that was the disc you got out of the growed up weeds. No, it's not. Minnesota Oliver and Deer. Why plant with a 7530? I thought the 4450 was set up for planting. I'm just asking an honest question, my friend. Well, I'll give you an honest answer, my friend. The 7530 is quiet, more comfortable. I can take my little guy along with me without having any worries. And I can set the speed because it is an IVT transmission, and I will go 4.5 miles an hour perfectly all day, every day. And that suspension really helps me out. So anyways, that's the last one I'm going to read. Thanks for being here, and enjoy the next videos that are coming.